Emotions confronts the hidden emotional life of men, the wounds, fears, disappointments, anger, shame, and unmet expectations that men are culturally trained to suppress. Bishop T.D. Jakes teaches that what men refuse to feel, they eventually leak through anger, withdrawal, addiction, broken marriages, abuse of power, or spiritual hypocrisy. The book insists that emotional healing is not optional for destiny fulfillment. A man may be gifted, anointed, intelligent, and hardworking, but if he is emotionally broken, his destiny will be emotionally sabotaged. 1. The emotional imprisonment of men. Strong emphasis. From childhood, men are programmed with lies such as, real men don't cry, emotions are weakness, silence equals strength, endure it and move on. Jakes exposes how these beliefs create emotionally handicapped men who function, provide, and lead, yet are internally fractured. Key emphasis. Men are not emotionless. They are emotionally silenced. Silence does not heal pain, it preserves it. Many men are successful but not whole. A man can conquer nations and still be defeated by his own unhealed emotions. 2. God designed men with emotions. Theological emphasis. Jakes dismantles the myth that emotions contradict spirituality. Scripture proves otherwise. David poured out his soul in tears, rage, hope, and despair. Jeremiah wept openly. Jesus groaned, wept, felt sorrow, and experienced emotional anguish. If emotions were ungodly, God would not reveal himself emotionally in Scripture. Core truth. Emotions are signals, not sins. Feelings reveal what needs healing, correction, or alignment. Suppressing emotions silences divine warnings. God heals what men reveal. 3. The root system. Unresolved emotional wounds. Deep emphasis. A dominant portion of emotions deals with emotional root causes, not surface behavior. Common male emotional wounds. Father absence or emotional distance, rejection and abandonment, humiliation and failure, betrayal by trusted people, unrealistic expectations placed on boys. Many men live adult lives reacting from childhood pain. Strong emphasis. A man does not outgrow pain, he outlives it. Unhealed wounds distort perception, relationships, and decisions. Pain buried alive eventually resurrects itself. Hurt men don't just hurt people, they mislead themselves. 4. Anger, the safe emotion for men. Critical emphasis. Jakes powerfully explains that anger is usually not the real problem. Anger is often a disguise for fear of inadequacy, shame, feeling disrespected, emotional helplessness, loss of control. Because men are socially permitted to be angry but not vulnerable, anger becomes the acceptable outlet. Major emphasis. Anger is often a translator of deeper pain. Managing anger without healing pain is cosmetic. Explosive anger is usually silent grief screaming for attention. When men cannot cry, they combust. 5. Emotional honesty before God. Spiritual core. Jakes emphasizes that God does not heal pretend prayers. Many men pray spiritually but bleed emotionally. True healing requires honest conversations with God, emotional confession, not rehearsed spirituality. Acknowledging fear, disappointment, confusion, and hurt. God invites men to pray like David, not perform like Pharisees. Emphasis statement. God is not intimidated by male vulnerability. Emotional exposure invites divine restoration. Healing begins where honesty starts. You cannot heal a wound you keep denying exists. 6. How broken emotions destroy relationships. Relational emphasis. Emotionally wounded men often shut down during conflict, avoid difficult conversations, feel misunderstood but cannot articulate why. Translate intimacy as pressure. This results in emotionally lonely marriages, children raised by distant fathers, leadership without empathy. Jakes stresses that emotional health determines relational safety. A man who cannot manage his emotions cannot manage people. 7. Redefining true masculinity. Strong identity emphasis. The book redefines manhood as courageous honesty, not emotional denial, strength with tenderness, authority rooted in healing, leadership that listens. Biblical masculinity is not hardness, it is wholeness. Key emphasis. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is courage. Healed men lead better homes, churches, and societies. Emotional maturity precedes spiritual authority. 8. Generational impact of healed or hurt men. Jakes strongly warns, unhealed men reproduce emotionally wounded children. Emotional patterns are inherited, not just learned. Healing stops cycles. Silence sustains them. A healed man becomes a safe father, a present husband, a trustworthy leader. Healing is not just personal, it is generational. 9. Practical takeaways. Action emphasis. Identify emotional triggers and their origins. Learn emotional vocabulary beyond anger. Seek godly counsel and accountability. Allow time for healing. Don't rush restoration. Choose truth over pride. Healing is intentional, not accidental. Central message. Final emphasis. A man may conquer the world and still lose his soul to emotional neglect. Emotions is a prophetic call for men to step out of emotional denial. Embrace healing without shame. Align emotional health with spiritual growth. Become whole men, not just functional men. In one sentence, Emotions teaches that emotional healing is the missing link between spiritual potential and fulfilled destiny in men. For more insightful and faith-lifting audiobooks, do well to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching and listening to us today.